Oh, San Jose, the Earthquakes, a team of history, a team of success, a team that was flat out terrible for the last 3 years, a team that just now is having a resurgence, and they're fighting for the playoffs. And they might get it. I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, they have a pretty solid. This is why the San Jose Earthquakes are a dark horse for the MLS Cup playoffs. Mark my words. So we're gonna talk about this team, and we're gonna start in the back with Andrew Tarbell. And he's been pretty good all season. He's a good keeper at home, and he's had his issues on the road, but that is a common trend with this Earthquakes team. They are good at home. They are even great at home, but they struggle the second that they leave. When they go anywhere but in San Jose, they struggle as a team, and that is what's holding them back from being true playoff contenders and even MLS Cup contenders. But Tarbell's talents in the back are matched with an awesome attack in which you have Wando, you have Ureña, who scored 2 goals against the U.S. men's national team back on Friday, and then you also have Thompson and Salinas, who are all class players. They've all had decent seasons. The rest of the team is okay. They're all adequate, average MLS players, but that is a star-studded attack, and you can count on them to bang in goals, especially at home. Their issue is defending, and defending away particularly. San Jose has done a fantastic job at defending home turf this season, as they are 7-1-5 at home, but then the issue comes when you look at their away record, because they are 3-10-1 on the road. And that is what's holding them back. Their goal differential is -13, and it goes to show you just how poor they've been on the road. This team has 36 points. They're right now 1 point outside of the playoffs. They have 1 game over FC Dallas. FC Dallas has played 26, and San Jose has played 27. But the way that FC Dallas has been trending, and the fact that San Jose has done pretty well in their last couple of games, makes me kind of lean towards San Jose making the playoffs. I can definitely see Houston Dynamo or an FC Dallas somehow slipping out of the playoffs. And as always in these team preview episodes, I'm going to look at their last 5 games, and it all starts on August 5th. When they played Columbus at home and they won 2-1. Columbus has been a pretty good team all season, so that's a nice win at home. Then they play at Houston and they get smoked. They get run out of BBVA Compass Stadium and they lose 3-0. Then they go to Philadelphia. Actually, no, they play at home against Philadelphia and they draw 2-2. Then they lose at Real Salt Lake 4-0. Which is another telling sign. They lost at Houston 3-0, and then they lost at Rio Tinto Stadium 4-0 against the really hot Real Salt Lake team. And then they go to LA and they win 3-0. So this team is very inconsistent. They've had showings of class. Wondolowski scored in the last game of the Cali-Clasico on August 27th. This team has some firepower and they're scary, but they need to put in a consistent. Chris Leach has been a solid manager for them since he's come in. He used to be a player for them back in the day, and he's done a decent job. I mean, the consistency is questionable, as I've mentioned before, but they're a pretty good team. They have a lot of nice pieces, and I think they could do something in the playoffs if they get there, and that is a big if. But if I had to make a prediction right now, I'd say yes, San Jose is going to make it to the playoffs this year. The question is, do they make it far? And the answer to that is if they can win on the road, or at least not lose by a lot on the road. Because if they get smoked at Sporting Kansas City in the first game of the playoffs, they're going to have an issue with being in contention at their home leg. So this team needs to step it up. They need to start playing better, but I do think that there's enough talent on this team to bring them over the playoff line and kick either FC Dallas or Houston Dynamo out, because I don't see Vancouver falling out of the playoff picture. So my final prediction is San Jose finishes in 6th place, and they are going to make it to the playoffs. So congratulations, San Jose fans. You guys are going to make the playoffs finally, and maybe even compete for an MLS Cup. However, I don't think you'll make it to that far in the playoffs. regardless of whether or not San Jose is going to qualify for the playoffs. Thank you so much for listening to me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I just created a Twitter account so I could rant about the US today, so if you want to go follow that, the link is going to be in the description. Thank you so much for all the support. It's been fantastic. If you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out. I'm talking about Orlando, and yesterday I talked about Huddersfield Town, so if you're into the Premier League, go check that one out. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Have a good one. Peace.